Today, it's a USB battery-operated portable blender. It features the blades that are built into the unit. It has a USB plug-in port for using micro USB for a standard any sized phone connector will work just as well. So we're going to do a quick little recipe today, just using some strawberries, raspberries, pineapples, and a little bit of lime juice. First, you can start by pouring some water in. You'll want to start with the water to avoid any coagulation of too much ice in the maker. And then we'll move on to the raspberries, which we'll pour in next. And then once the raspberries are in, we can then follow up and use the strawberries. The strawberries are a little bit bigger. The blender does seem to struggle a little bit with the strawberries themselves. So we'll only put a few in, plus they get very seedy and that's not the best in a smoothie. A little bit of lime juice for flavoring, which is important, but it's nice and natural, so it's still healthy. And then once we're done with that, we're going to just stick it in the blender and blend it up a little bit. It's pretty easy to blend. You just make sure it locks into place. It has a built-in switch in it, so you can't turn the blender on unless it's engaged inside of it. Once it flashes blue, you'll know it's ready to blend. You can just push the button and blend away. This particular blender has a built-in turbo function. The turbo function allows the user to speed up the rate of the blender. It's recommended to use the turbo function almost all the time. I found that there's almost no situation you don't want to use the turbo function. It'll blend for about 30 seconds, and then at the end of the 30 seconds it'll stop. You might want to shake it around a little bit just to move some of the material around if it's a little bit coagulated. So we'll add some more pineapple juice with this particular recipe. We found it was very liquidy, so adding extra frozen fruit will allow it to be a little bit thicker now. So we'll put it back in the blender and we'll re-engage it and use the turbo function by holding the button. If you don't hold the button, it'll just regularly blend. As you can see, it's already getting thicker by adding the pineapple to the blender mix. And then we'll shake it up to make sure that the pineapple all gets blended inside the screws, because as you can see, the bottom of the smoothie is spinning faster. It doesn't have enough suction to pull it down to the bottom of it if you really want a nice thick smoothie. So we'll let it run a little bit for another 30 seconds or so. You definitely want to do it multiple cycles. And then once you're all set with that, you can pull it off and either unscrew it and cap it with the extra lid as seen to the left, or you can just pour it right into your cup and enjoy a delicious smoothie on the go when you're camping or whatever you want to do.